All right, hello and welcome to this very first playthrough of South of Midnight. Last time we played through Chapter 13, Past Isn't Past. And now we're going to play through Chapter 14, which is called Midnight. I bet it's the last one. Let's find out. So this is where our dad's buried, right?
Ma?
Yeah.
Mama? Hazel! Mama! I thought you were gone.
Oh, shh. You ran. You ran and ran until you found me. Oh, my brave, brave girl.
I didn't mean what I said when we argued. I'm sorry.
We have loads to talk about. Come on, we can go home. Or to Jolene's. I'll go find us a
All right, we don't have a home anymore. Yeah, shit.
I'll meet you later.
That sucks.
I have one more thing to do.
What are you up to?
I have to go to the Flood Mansion.
Have you lost your mind?
I know you can't understand, but I need you to trust me one more time.
I can't let you go back into the mouth of danger.
Please, Ma. There's so much bad coming from there. You can't see what I see. Just like I couldn't see what you were going through. I have to fix this on my own. Make it right.
Come back to me, Hazel. Promise me.
I promise.
I love you, my little bug.
I love you too.
Sarugaroo! Oh, no, it's just a regular owl. I'd be paranoid for the rest of my life.
Hazel. Wish me luck. If I'm not out here in a few minutes, call the authorities. I don't know what to say to her.
Should we buy one more upgrade and we'll
What is there to even say?
I think all that's over. Well, there might be one more boss.
Coming from her the whole time. If we can come to an understanding.
Yeah, I bet there is one more boss, actually. It's just a fist fight. Just a regular human fist fight. Let me guess, it didn't work out with your daughter.
Lily? Are you back? How did you... Oh... You're more powerful than I thought.
Is that Molly's heart?
Why didn't it work? It should have brought Sherry back.
You can't bring back the dead.
You did something, didn't you? That's why the magic failed.
I heard your baby spirit crying. In a tree. She was in pain. I did everything I could to help her.
In pain? Or just in your way? You have no idea what loss feels like. When Cherie drowned, I was so raw it hurt to breathe. I'd see cars with those baby on board signs and just want to ram them. This town's full of people who don't deserve their kids, who beat them right in the middle of a store. Why are their children still alive and not my Cherie?
I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child. But the things you've done ain't right.
Everything I'd done was for Cherie. You had no right to tamper with her spirit.
You had no right. You've hurt everyone around you. You murdered Molly.
I don't want to hear this.
You need to change. To make up for what you've done.
I can't. I don't even know what to live for anymore.
And die. Old ass bitch.
There is a way you can see Cherie again.
I don't believe in heaven. if you came here to kill me.
No. But there is a town for folks who can't move on. Or won't. You can't do any more harm there. But think it through, Bunny. I've seen what happens to folks who can't let go of the past. Your choice.
Cherie's baby brush. She was so tender-headed, I'd get cross with her. Now I'd give anything to brush her hair again.
And you can, my darling.
I know who you are. It won't really be her.
You'll never be able to tell the difference, I promise.
I won't.
Not if you don't want to.
You're very kind.
There's a fine line between mercy and justice, ain't that right, Hazel Flood? You chose a hard road for yourself.
I know.
So we get all Hazel's or Bunny's stuff, right? We're her next of kin, right? So we're rich now, right? Because we need a house. And money. And all this other shit. That's ours now, right? I'm gonna assume it's ours.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Oh no, our new home! Oh no.
Hazel! Mama! Oh, good Lord. Are you hurt?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Fuck. Well.
I got a lot to tell you.
She's got money in the bank. She does.
I got time.
I helped Bunny kill Molly, by the way. Sorry, you don't have anywhere to bring your kids anymore. Whoa! That was a very abrupt ending. Complete the game. 2.39%. Let's go. Alright, well, we did it. Title card, baby. Let's go. Alright, first things first. The bottom center of the screen says that we've beaten 21 games in 2025 and 574 since we started doing this. Those numbers are lying to you. We have now beaten 22 games in 2025 and 575 since the beginning of 2020. Let's go. Okay, let's talk about the ups and downs of South of Midnight, shall we? I have a lot to say about this game, I think. So let's start with the positives. There are a number of things about this game that are absolutely spectacular. The art design is the most obvious. The art design, I've played stop motion games before. I've played Lost in Random. I've played, you know, those claymation looking kinds of games before. I have. I think this one is probably the coolest looking. There are other ones that they all look that or you know, like your Harold Halibut's, your, you know, there's a lot of different ways. Lost in Random is more of like a Tim Burton kind of a thing. There's a lot of different ways to do that. This one's maybe the coolest. The way that it looks, just the way that it's not just that it's stop motion. It's this bayou southern like deep south vibe with the swamps and the animals and it's got kind of like a fantastic Mr. Fox vibe to it a lot of the time, with like a lot of the woodland creatures and all the nature and stuff like that, and all that stuff is absolutely incredible. This game is a treat just to watch. It's a beautiful game. The second thing is the story is it's heavy, man. This story is it's you know, it doesn't go too hard as far as like being too deep or being too complex. It's pretty much what you see is what you get. It's a very simple story, but it's a simple story that deals with some very deep and dark concepts. It deals a lot with basically it's about trauma. The game is about trauma. It's about these people that haven't learned how to heal from these wounds that they've been given when they were younger, and that they've carried that through their lives, and then they use it to hurt other people. Hurt people is the theme of this game, and it's a little on the nose, but it doesn't bother me in how it is, because it's like, well, this person, like, you know, their daddy got shot right in front of them. I mean, it's really heavy stuff. And so now they're going around making life miserable for other people or whatever, or they turn into a horrible creature or something because of that or whatever. It's a lot of that, and it's all for, like, as somebody that has kids, like, this game is a lot of this game is about people's relationships with their children. Like, actually almost all of it. And it's really heavy because there's, like, a lot of children die in this game. A lot of children die. And a lot of mothers of children and fathers of children die in this game. It is hardcore. It is extremely sad. But it's not overly sappy, and it's not overly, you know, it doesn't beat a dead horse when it comes to the themes. It's like, here's something horrible, and here's what we learned from it, and let's move on. It's masterfully done, is what I'm trying to say. It is very in your face, on the nose, but that didn't really bother me, because the thing is, this game feels like a fairy tale. It feels like a children's story. Like, I feel like that's what they were going for. And in children's stories, those things are very obvious and on the nose, you know, so that it's very straightforward in its themes, and I really, really liked it. And the underlying theme, there's a lot going on here with trauma and with racism and slavery and freaking just again, like, people's relationships with their parents and stuff. It's like a lot of really heavy, very applicable stuff, right? Like, relevant stuff. I think that this game is a very good example of why representation in games is a good thing. This game would not have existed in the 90s. It just wouldn't. And the game industry is better for having it. So I just think it's, you know, not to get too overly political, but I think that this game is a very good, very clear, very simple example of why not all games should be about straight white men. Don't get me wrong. Some of my favorite games are like Resident Evil 4 and Final Fantasy 7, but games like this add to the industry in a way that is very important and good. I like being able to see the world from a young black woman's perspective. I don't get that opportunity every day. There's not really a lot of really great ways to do that. Your movies here and there, you know, maybe a song or two. Video games are a great way to see the world from other people's perspectives, and I really appreciated that. It's just not something you get to do all the time. More and more lately, but this is just for the people out there that just like, oh, woke trash, blah, 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 without even playing the game. Like, this is just a really good example of how those people are wrong. The music in this game is fucking awesome. Every single song. It rubbed me a little bit the wrong way at first because, like the story itself, it's very much on the nose sometimes. Like, you'll be about to fight a giant alligator or something, and the song's like, well, here comes a giant alligator, you're about to fight him. It's like narrating what's happening as it's going. But actually, it's got so much character that after a while, it really started to grow on me. So and it's just all the New Orleans inspired, like, sounding like jazz influenced folk music. It's just, it's not music you hear very often in video games. I don't know of a lot of other examples, and they're not just instrumental tracks. Like, this game has like an album. Like, I'm going to go back and listen to this on Spotify, and it's a banger of an album. Like, every song is great. So being able to, like, hear a full-on song with vocals, like a single, as you're fighting a boss, is a fucking great idea. I loved that. Overall, I really liked this game, as you can probably tell by now, and I think those are the main positives. Let's talk about some areas of opportunity. The combat in this game has some flaws for a couple of reasons. It's good. The combat and the traversal kind of go hand in hand because a lot of the same things that you do for traversal are also combat moves. They kind of unlock at the same time, and so it's got kind of a Spider-Man feel to it because you're swinging around. You've got like it's your like weaving thing, but it's like a web that you can swing around and you can wall run. It's got and you're gliding. It's got a kind of a Spider-Man feel to it. It's like Diet Spider-Man though. It's not that good. But it's good, and as well as the combat, it's good, but it's not great. The traversal is fun, but it's only got like 4 or 5 moving pieces. It's not that complex. It's pretty simple, straightforward. It never really got old, but it never really got that interesting. I've played a million games with this traversal before, I guess is what I'm saying. And same with the combat. I've played a million games with, I feel like, this exact combat. It made me think a lot of Kenna Bridge of Spirits, actually, the way the combat was. But that game was a lot harder, which brings me to my next critique. This game is super fucking easy. I would say on normal, it's too easy. They should have made normal. I think this is a valid complaint because a lot of people would say, well, just play on hard if it's too easy. But I think when you go into, like, I play every game on normal almost. And when I go into, there's a certain expectation of difficulty, that there's going to be some, that it's not going to feel like story mode. This felt like story mode. Playing through this game felt like I was on easy the whole time. And I think that the game would objectively be a little bit better if the difficulty were a little bit better balanced. I think normal should be a little bit hard. Probably, can't speak to the other difficulties because I didn't play them, but probably across the board, they probably need to be a little bit harder. There just wasn't much challenge. I died 15 times. Half of those were just falling off of shit, and the other half I just wasn't paying attention. I never got stuck. I never had any real challenge with any of the bosses. I'm not expecting like a Souls-like or anything like that, but this game was a freaking breeze. And because of that, there's an upgrade tree in this game with upgrade points that you're incentivized to go out in the world and look for upgrade points and yada yada. There's really no point in doing that because I don't need them. There are max health upgrades in this game. I never once got my max health upgraded, and I never felt that. That's maybe the only time I can ever say that that's true, that I knew that there's a way to upgrade your max health and I cared zero about it and never even touched it because I just straight up didn't need it. That's a little much. So the upgrade tree, which was pretty basic anyway, but it was fine. The upgrade tree offered some things that were kind of interesting, but nothing that was really game changing, and nothing that was necessary. It just wasn't necessary. The game's easy enough with what I got, with just the upgrades that I got that were just what they gave me in the main story. So I think the game was a little too easy, and because of that, the upgrade tree and all the skills and stuff just didn't feel important. What else? The main thing was definitely the combat. There were some bugs. There was one time I had to reset. There were some, especially between chapters, a lot of frame drops. Not too bad, but mostly transitioning between chapters, the game would freeze up and do weird shit, and it wouldn't work properly. It happened several times. Whatever, it wasn't that big of a deal. The game's brand new. They'll probably patch it, or they won't. I mean, it wasn't a game-breaking situation, except for that one time that I had to restart. But it wasn't too bad. But there were some bugs. I don't really have any other complaints. I mean, the stories, the key takeaways are mid gameplay, awesome presentation and story, awesome, like among the best presentation and story. I loved the story of this game. I'm gonna remember the story of this game. All the characters were awesome. Just the way that it looked, the way that it sounded. All the presentation was great. I loved this game. Is it going to rank in the top 100? No, probably not, because it's not crunchy enough gameplay-wise. There's just not enough meat on that bone. It's pretty straightforward and bland. Bland might be a little strong, but it's just very vanilla gameplay-wise. But the story, and I'm usually a gameplay guy, so usually I'm just like, well, story's great, but it wasn't enough to keep my interest because the gameplay sucked. This one, the the gameplay was fine, so start with there. But also on top of that, the story and the presentation and everything was so fucking good that I never got bored. So I really, really enjoyed it. All right, that's it. We did it. Last order of business. Let's see if there's a post-credit scene or anything. Ah.
And that's how a new weaver came to be in Prospero.
Oh, we gotta turn it back up.
Well, not bad at all, Hazel Flood.
I appreciate it. I gotta get going. Instead, I meet Ma and Laurent for dinner. See y'all
Oh,
later.
nice. Back of the picture. Okay. All right, last order of business. South of Midnight. It has been an absolute pleasure. But we are now going to delete you from our console and never play you again. Bye. Appreciate ya. Thanks a bunch. You were the best. Okay. That's it for South of Midnight. Brief roadmap for the next few days in case you're interested. Today is April the 10th. So there was a new game that came out today that I just found out about yesterday. It's called Blueprints, and it is reviewing incredibly. That's why I know about it. It's got like a 92 on Metacritic. And so I don't know what it is. But with those scores, is it even on Xbox? I know it's on PlayStation. Oh, there it is. It's on Game Pass? Fuck A! Fuck A! Fucking A! It's on Game Pass. Let's go. So we're going to play that. So we're going to start that tomorrow. I have no idea what it is. So we're going into that completely blind. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's not taking very long to install. And after that, hopefully we'll beat that before Lost Records Bloom and Rage comes out. But basically, as soon as we beat Blueprints, we'll go to Lost Records Bloom and Rage. As soon as we beat that, we'll go to Mandragora. And by the time we beat that, it'll almost certainly be time for Post-Trauma. And then Clair Obscur. It's just game after game after game for a while. We're going to be... It's already installed. Fuck me. It's going to be short. If it's really short, we'll go back and play Steel Seed. We skipped Steel Seed. Steel Seed also comes out on April 10th. I decided to play this instead. Because I haven't heard one thing way or another on Steel Seed, but this is like it's like the highest reviewed game of the year or something. So, if we can find time for Steel Seed, we'll throw it in there somewhere. But yeah, it's just gonna be new games for the rest of for like the next 2 months. Plus, I'm moving in the next month and a half, so we're gonna be busy. And the thing cuts off on May 6th, but it's just game after game after game. May 6th is Metal Eden. May 8th, The Midnight Walk. May 15th, Doom the Dark Ages. May 22nd, Blades of Fire. May 23rd, Onimusha 2. May 30th, Lost Soul Aside and Elden Ring Night Rain. And then after that, it calms down a little bit, but I think that's just because other games haven't been announced yet. We're still waiting on a ton of games to get release dates, like the new Mafia game. There's a bunch. So, all right, that's it. If you're still here and you watched the whole video, or even if you watched the very end, thank you. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me. I will see you on the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.